Alright, yo, man's back. Conversation with RiskTaker. Man's here with a legend right now. Trust me, bro.
Come on.
You get me, a Birmingham legend. Obviously, you probably already read the title, so you know who it is. But we got the one and only KB in the building, you feel me?
Come on, there, man, there.
Everything good,
there
yeah?
right now, man.
Everything good?
Everything's proper, man, nigga, man. Just here, you know, every day as it goes, but like, they're blessed, still blessed, same way.
Alright, safe. I'm going to start this off how I start off all the other ones, you get what I'm trying to say? So my first question is, how did you get your name, bro?
In music?
Yeah.
Right, okay. How did I get my name in music? I'd say blood, like, even from, like, town days when man used to go town and everyone chills there, like, when man's, like, 12, 13. I just feel like man's always been stand out with bars, bro. From grind days, I'm short, bro, but you see, when I was a shorty, I was super small, though. So coming through and just spitting around man that are like 18, 19, and man's 13, bro. That's where I feel like man was like, bro, this shit's serious. So I'd say like with the little, I'd say like sets and that, remember it was a different time, but grind was a different time. Man's doing sets, catching bus, going bare different places, just landing at sets. And then everyone's like, oh, this shoot's hard, and then it kind of just goes from there, kind of things too.
Yeah. So no one specifically gave you the name though?
Nah. KB's like it's more like a end thing more than anything still. That was more like, they used to call mine Killer, you get me? That's what it was when I come up.
Yeah.
And then it was Killer A at first, but there's a geezer that's a bit older than man.
Yeah.
And he was Killer A, so then man changed it to Killer B, and then kind of just went KB. The Killer was just a bit, when man's talking together, and Killer was just a bit too, so man kind of done the, alright, KB, fuck now, brother, then that's what it was, bro.
Yeah, I get ya. Alright, then safe. So where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm from like B12, straight all day, every day, Highgate, Bolsleaf, like that whole surrounding area though, B11 as well. You get me? My whole people's from around there, but you know what's mad, fam? Like my whole family though, Hockley and Winson Green, like my whole family apart from me. I'm the only one that's from this way. You get what I'm saying?
Why was that like? Was that like your mum moved up there or something?
Yeah, bro. Like my dad's kind of like man in a certain way. So as the understanding, remember I'm a proper young youth. So but the understanding I've got is that like my dad was doing illegal jilting or whatever, and then my mum was like round there's too much. Like they was living in Winson Green and times and then moved. So then when he's come out, she's already moved.
Okay.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Alright, safe. So, say when you was coming up here, man would kind of like not know specifically. Obviously, when you were shouting out B12, UTRS, etc., man was thinking like that was like Mosley Road and that. Is it like around them type of sections over there?
All of that, bro, from like Mosley Road to the top, bro, the edge of Mosley Village, all the way down to Lee Bank, McDonald's, bro. That's when I was coming up. That was the hood to me. Yeah. Remember, it's different now. Things have changed. Things have split. Like I hear what's going on. It's totally different. But for me, bro, the end was that. So Highgate, Borsley, Lee Bank, all of that, bro. Cannon Park, all of that is the zone, bro. I class that as the hood. Yeah. So when I'm saying 12, I'm talking about 515. Originally, you know, I'm talking about, so when fully track days and when man would have been popping with the UTRS thing, when I'm saying 12, I'm talking about the whole hood. But then it kind of went a bit mad and then it split. So that's where now you wouldn't say 12 as 15. The youth now coming up, the ones that are from Charles, they're not going to be saying, "Oh, I'm from Lee Bank,"
Yeah,
and the Lee Bank youth ain't saying, "I'm from Charles." But when man was coming up,
It was a
everybody was Charles.
Yeah. All right, cool. So, how did you first get started in the streets then, basically? Because I remember back in the day, yeah, like man seeing KB, yeah, but bro, like you was young, fam. Like you know, like off the porch, like mad young, like man's thinking, blood. What? How old are these men?
Coming up, all the people that I was looking at, my dad, my uncles, my big cousins. If I was to say names, I know a few from Brum are gonna know. Do you get me? These are the people that man was coming up behind. So, and looking up to him, being like, yeah, man, this man and that man, seeing the kind of power, the kind of respecting. Go, I don't know, look, everybody just seemed to love my dad, bro. When I was a short, 7, 8, I just remember everyone loving my man, bro. And when I was growing up, I feel like everyone loved him because he was that guy. So subliminally, I don't know, I've always been naughty though, bro. I've always been bad, and I've always been a bit forward, bro. Like, I've always understood the thing a bit more forward. So, boy, you jumped into this road thing, bro. The city's, you know, so man was coming up in the city behind certain man that I got names and got this and that, and you're thinking, yeah, man, like, yo. And when you first jump in, it's a joke, innit, bro? Like, man was kind of doing it for fashion at the very start, you get me? And then things get real.
Yeah. So basically, at first it was kind of a following thing, like, yo, this is what everyone I'm around is on, so man's on that basically, and then eventually it just turned into, all right, man's actually got problems out here, man's actually trying to get money out here, and etc. That's how it kind of turned.
You know what it is? It kind of is, but you know what it is? When man is young, but the youths out there don't even, man didn't see it, bro, until now, and I'm big now, but like, it's always been a legacy thing, bro. It's always been a destiny thing. There's always been something in me that's wanted to leave certain. That's just the way I thought it was gonna be to leave it. Everyone I knew that had a big name, or the man that everyone talks about forever, or was like, I got cousins here big cousins that are in jail that I've met now in jail. I know them from when I was a kid, but as adults we've met each other in jail. And I remember hearing stories about these man when I was a kid and just thinking, these man are Superman, like, yo. And now I've boxed, man, you know, in jail, blood, and it's not that, but you're too young to realise sometimes. So I say that to say this, blood, man was always trying to leave a mark. You get me? Whichever way it's been, bro. Man's always been trying to leave a mark, and it's like, at that stage in man's life, that's what it was, to leave the mark in it.
So, obviously, I would say you've left the mark, yeah? Like now, like it's in, like, for example, for even 2023, for man to be sitting there like, yo, man want to interview KB, blah, 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 like, for you to go down as like a legend in Brum, you've defo left the mark, you get what I'm trying to say? But do you feel like back them days when you was coming into the thing, yeah, do you feel like you was a bit too reckless with it?
Yeah, but remember, you know, remember everyone that's really from Brum knows, blood, like man came in too reckless, man got like taught, bro, the streets taught man lessons, bro, man have took out, bro, and this is what I mean, some things, yeah, it's like, yeah, to what he's saying, but yo, you gotta put your hand on the fire and get burnt to know. Yo, that's just burnt me.
Yeah, I get that.
So there's been bare like transitional times for me, blood, where things have happened that I've had to either say I'm done now, or I've got to go harder, because, and I used to have people saying that to me, blood, like, you get me, bro, like my brother, like my big brother's not a road you at all, but he used to just say things to me like, yo, you're not serious, bro. You're out here, but you're not even serious, bro. You gotta do what you're doing, bro. You're out here. But then you want to talk for man. So which one is it? So them kind of things to stick in your head and think, okay. And this is where the friend thing comes in, bro, and the brotherhood thing, because certain man sometimes is all you got to be like, you're that nigga. Like, don't let things, or yo, come, violation happens, I'm gonna come with you. Or whatever, bro. But for me, that's what it was. So, yeah, man was reckless, but man had to be to push it to certain limits. Like, everything happened to a reasonable. So, where I am now, big triple okay. I couldn't have got to this point now if I wasn't 13 thinking it was a game and got caught up in things that were bigger than me and had to say, yeah, now man's really on it. Do you get me? Or, I don't know, bro, but yeah, man's been reckless, but yeah, basically.
I hear you. Cool. So, what year did you go jail?
This time?
This time, yeah.
2013, April, bro, so we're coming up to 10 years in 2 months.
Yeah. So, in a bar, you said, that basically you've been in jail so long you forgot what freedom's like. Is that for real? Like, do you sometimes, like, forget, like, what it is to, like, go petrol station or just, simple things?
Yo, short answer, as sad as it is, yeah, bro, gay, straight. But, yeah, it's not like, I forgot road. It's not like that. It's more like, yo, man, I got memories from the road, but forget what it feels like to. So, I'll give you an example, then an easy example. Everyone that ain't done a bird, like, man's gonna be like, what's the gal situation like? You ain't beaten so long, so you will still remember, but you just can't remember what it feels like. So it's weird, fam.
Yeah. I can't lie. Bro, 5 years in, I'm working on these screws, though. I'm trying to beat something. I'm trying to beat something. I know that may sound bad to say, but bro, 5 years in, I'm like, yo, Margaret.
It's happening, though.
Yeah, bro, I'm beating Margaret the screw.
Any old thing is happening, bro. Wallahi, it's happening, bro. I just ain't been that lucky. I've been cap on there, bro. I've never been a screw.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. Obviously, you'd be mad to admit that anyway, even if you did. You get me? But I hear you.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah,
so it's more like we'd be there for though, because they're the duty of care. Man, of course, man's gonna try and be.
Yeah. They would be in the wrong, really, if anything. You
get me? But
alright, then cool.
Yeah, so man,
go on.
Nah,
carry on.
I was just gonna say, man, forget road life, but it's like, man, forget the feeling. And remember, I came at a transitional time. It was 2013 when I left. Good. Everything was different, man. Again, everything about everything, even legit shit to road shit to the hood shit to. I see man now that are 22, 23 from Brum. And the Brum they describe to me is totally different to me, blood. And the thing that blows my mind, bro, I've got my own little shorties, that are from 12, they're actually 12 youths, bro. And I'll be chatting to them, My nigga Kilo, hey, man, he does music, he's serious, bro. 100% he's gonna go to some part, but I'll be chatting to my man. And I chat to my man different how I'm gonna chat to anyone else because he's from the hood, isn't it? Do you get me? I'll be telling my man about, yo, this happened and this happened. And my man don't know about these things, bro. And these are big things that have happened, like things that he would have thought when they happen, no one's ever gonna forget.
Yeah.
And these man don't even know. They know about man, but they don't know specifics. They just know man was on it.
Yeah.
So everything's changed, blood. Everything's changed, like phones, bro. Like Uber Eats, all this shit, bro, that I see. None of that was about, bro. Like, none of it, bro. You weren't there. So, I'll be talking to my mom and she'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to order this. And things are there. Next, and it's this and that. It's crazy, blood, because it weren't like that when I was last out. When I was last out, fam, not everybody had iPhones, my nigga, bro.
Yeah.
That was the new thing. I remember when I got out and Saffron was like, yo, I got a BlackBerry, bro. Walked out the gates, went to a phone shop, I bought a BlackBerry, bro. That's how long I've been gone.
Yeah, that's mad still. BlackBerry, blood. There's been like 20 iPhones since then, blood.
My nigga.
That's crazy still.
Even jails changed, my nigga. Even jails changed.
What kind of things has changed over the years?
In jail? Mama, bro.
What man smoking Mamba like it was normal back in the day, fam? Ain't man Mamba heads now, right?
Listen, you see Mamba, my nigga. It changed jail blood. Like before that, jail was different, and where Mamba got bare, man. Because when it first come out, nobody knew nothing about it. It was green. I think the smartest thing they ever did was make it green. Because green just invites it in. The way we grow up, you see something white, you're like, nah. Swear that. Brown, nah.
Yeah.
But when it comes to cream, it's fake weed.
Yeah.
And this is what blew it though. You can't get piss tested. So man, that IPP, lifers, paroles, you smoke that, get MDT, which is a mandatory drug test, and you're beating it, bro. Remember, you fail a test. You want to smoke weed. Weed's a serious game. You fail a test. These are the IPP horror stories you're hearing about. Man got 3 years, or done 10 years. More time it's because he's failed a piss test for weed. So when the man come, everyone's like, yeah, man, this thing. And why, fam? All the best thing I can like compare it to is when I hear about my dad and them and talk about when crack leaked, or when you watch American documentaries about crack car. So much of smoking like it's normal, and then it took beer, man. Remember, I told you that beer, man. Bear man as well, man that you know, man that was real savages as well, real savages, killers, top robbers, man that, and now they're literally cleaning pads and that, fam, like, fuck this. That changed them more than anything I've ever seen, but violence, everything, when Mamba come and everyone realised that everyone was super addicted to it that year, and what we know about it now, when it got like that, jail's been people.
Okay.
And COVID, blood.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
COVID was the maddest thing.
I was about to ask her. I had a few bedrooms in jail through COVID, and they were saying blood, COVID messed up the whole jail, but man can't move around. Beer things.
Still not back.
Oh, serious?
Still not back. I was on a spur, yeah. Freedom, man, and know, man. The kiddies from the old, they know what I'm talking about. It's hot, bro, but man was on a spur where it's jail, it's not open, it's spurs, brother. Man's on a spur, man's getting out 10 minutes a day for a shower, yeah. Individuals, or just me for 10 minutes. The shower's on the spur, so we never leave, yeah. And then 20 minutes with the whole spur going on the yard, and man was living like that for 8 months. From the day Boris Johnson said lockdown, because we was all out blowing weed. I remember it, bro. It weren't long, man, at a party. It was someone's birthday. I was with Little Blakes, Felon, Lizzie, with Bear the Savages, bro. Everyone was hungover. Man was drunk from the day before some party. So everyone there smoking weed. Boris Johnson was like, yeah, lockdown. Ever since that day, I never seen Blakes again, face to face. Bearing in mind, he was only downstairs for at least 15 months, bro. I never touched my man again.
Swear down. That's how it was coming. It was just a straight. It weren't just lockdown out here. It's lockdown in jail. Like it was just straight over with.
The best thing about lockdown in jail was that it was lockdown on the roads.
Oh yeah. So basically, like man ain't hating no more. Like man ain't thinking blood. You man are getting lit. Like it's popped down for us too.
We was all getting lit. Remember I told you, yeah. Everyone's in. Remember, especially the first lockdown, then where everyone shook. Everyone's indoors. There's not no man, bridging that you can't get to. He needed to do something. Now he's indoors all day. The gal that she ain't got time, she's running around. Now she's indoors all day. Everyone's on the same time. Everyone's trying to get on the phone. Everyone's trying to do whatever. Yeah, man. That was the best
cracking.
thing.
I was about to say that must have got cracking then. Realistically.
I'm just going to say one thing, because I don't want to talk too much, yeah? But jail niggas are going to know, Free My Savages, yeah? House party was a mad thing. Bro, say no more on that.
Bro, house party was a mad thing on the road, fam. I can imagine, blood. House party was a mad thing in jail, yeah?
That was a gang thing.
I can't lie, fam. They need to, bro.
That brought Bear Man back.
Yeah, okay.
That brought Bear Man back, bro. Yeah, the COVID was hard, bro, for like, man's mind, not really fucking with people. Man didn't see man's people for 2 years, no visit. Fucking can't see man's gal. Raw, it was fucked, bro. It was raw fucked, fam. And then the best thing it did though, kept me fit though, because I was training hard, just bare things, doing bare shit. So like, the best condition I've ever been in body wise, bro, was when man was on lockdown.
Alright, cool. So speaking of lockdown and it being lit and blah blah blah, yeah, you've got a bar what says, they think we live in lavish because they see us snapping, but they don't know we're overcompensating for the cameras. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Now, I know what you mean by that, but like for the public that don't know what you mean by, because when I said this to my bedroom, like he was like, yo, what do you mean by overcompensating for the cameras? I know what you mean, but what do you mean by that?
When I say this one's deep, it's mad that you just mentioned this, because when I was talking to Broadway before this, we had a brief conversation about this concept here. Yeah. So basically, overcompensating for the cameras is like, people do it out there though as well.
Yeah.
In dances, when the camera's on, now a man's, look my wrist and, yo, boy, so look this girl I'm with. Man are doing it, camera's on, you just see it, man. I've seen it, flick, man do it. Cameras on, weed, yo, what's up, like, man's licking there, man's nice, like, music playing, alcohol, whatever, and it's like, man's playing up to kind of overshow, like, man's good. Because remember, you see when you're in jail, bro, no one don't really care, bro, but you're trying to make people care, bro, because he's human, so, in a mad deep way, but it's real nigga shit, but I've done 10 nights like these, man, that's done 18 months, so my thing's a bit different, bro, but life goes on, in it, so, you just want to kind of show people, yo, man's still here. I got a bar and I say, yeah, jail's like a graveyard. But imagine like a graveyard, but you can shout to people and say, boy, yo, make sure you visit the graveyard, look like I'm still conscious, bro. So the internet's kind of a way where you're like, look, man, I'm still lit, man, like, I don't know, bro, but it's crazy because, bro, like, people, I hear certain man come out of jail and they put it down like, oh, man, they're in there overdoing it and jail shit, man, they're trying to make it look good. But there's a difference between these men that have done 3D rating and the trench mafia niggas, bro, doing 10s, bro, minimum. My thing's liquid, like, man are doing big. This is where man lives. So, of course, you're going to try and make it the best you can. Of course, you're going to get your knees up and get a drink once every couple of weeks, bro. Of course you're going to want to still move the girl and look nice on the picture so girl thinking, of course, because what you're supposed to do, curl up, man are still manning it, bro, so at the end of the day, man overcompensating for the cameras, but yeah, man, that's it, that's life, like, man's still here, like, KB was here, I'm still here, and I'm, like, that's what I kind of meant, it was deeper, but people just catch their bit of it, and, bro, so, that's how I see it, but like people play down the thing, but of course you gotta live, bro. Yeah. I've been in jail with fucking big up Eban, man, free him. You get me? He's been in jail, bro. However long, brother. If you're from Brum, you know who that is and you know the significance of what I'm saying. The man's been in jail for ages. So when I meet a man like that in jail and he's got his Giuseppe's on and looking fly and he's, yo, man's like, yeah, man's got this bird, bro, because man have up and down, everybody does. But when you see a triple OG nigga like that, and he's still got his mind, and man has got however long to go, man's gonna fucking get the camera when the boys on, because they need to see it, bro. Real niggas still breathing, bro, man is still here, bro, no one, never, and then man ain't complaining, bro, wallahi, they're not complaining at all. So, yeah, bro.
So, and another song you got's called 9 Months. Yeah, do you feel like man are kind of taking the piss when they go jail literally at 9 months, come out and start talking this over jail thing? Cause you sounded like you was not happy about that, blood. Like man just coming home and like man talking this jail thing only done 9 months and that. To a man that's done 9 years, that's got to be a bit cheeky. I would feel away personally. What you mean? You overly fresh home beer champagne on a 9 monther? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's never a hating thing on them, bro, because we are the same. Any French nigga or any road nigga or any British UK youth that's come up on the road or come up in our culture, we all are the same, yeah. Especially the ones that are going through the same thing as me. So it's not an angry thing, but I'm just saying it's a fact. Like All they talk about is jail and they done 9 months. But I only feel for the niggas doing life stuff. Like, I know what it's like to do 9 months because I did it. And I came out, that energy it gives you, I adjusted the trenches. Yo, nigga, I'm back, my jaw's not made of glass, I proved it. You get what I'm saying? I know what it's like, but it's a difference between the other man are doing in your gladiator schools in YO and Julius, because in their own way, Julius and YO can be worse, bro. It was different then. You get me? But when you do it at 10 and you come in 21 and you're hitting your 30s with that, bro, our journeys are different, fam. So all I'm saying to you is, with your 9 months, don't get too gassed with the joking, because I didn't. I've been to KB threat, that's still gas.
I was about to say, what was that P110 thing? Was it P1? No, Grind Blog. The Grind Blog thing where he came out.
Which, you get me? Yo, free at last. Still, you see my energy, bro. I went back to jail 5 months after that, and I was moving like I'd lost my head. People used to say, my mum used to say things to me like, yo, moving mad, you know? But, like, yeah, bro, so I feel them niggas, man, but look what it ended up with, man. Man done 2 years and came out like, yeah, man, I'm ready to clap my gun more than I ever did before. And rob this, man, and do this, no one can tell me nothing. And, bro, I ended up doing a 10 behind the door, man, like, fucking hell, bro, you could have never convinced me that when I got out like that, and I was rolling, because, bro, it's all documented shit, but when I was out there with my camera on my side, bro, I was not thinking I was going to spend 10 years in there, but I was more thinking that I'm going to be the lucky one that's going to snap certain and bust case, and then everyone, like, you get me, bro? I was thinking, don't like that. I was still thinking, I'm not really going to see birds like that, bro. So I'm just trying to kind of remind you, it's like, yo, get active, you know, but just remember, bro, it's not no game, bro. It's a game when you do it 9 months, and your girl can't stretch you because you're out round the corner and nothing matters. It's different when you done 5 and you got another 10 left, or you done 5 and you got 5 left, or you done 8 and you've had to chop something because it's real, and now you got another 8 on top. I've seen that happen to niggas, bro. Similar thing happened to me. It wasn't like a chopping thing, but I was ready to touch the road. But if I never put I don't know if people know, and I ain't trying to go too deep, but people have to understand, fam. Me and these niggas are different, bro, because if I would have landed when I was supposed to, if I would have been smart, I'd be out now, and I would have been out for a couple of years already. I would have got out just after Pavo, literally. So, and look what he's gone on to do, yeah? So, but at the same time, it was meant for man to do this stuff. So in 9 months, long story short, now I'm not dissing no one, I'm not pissed, but you man's journey, that 9 months journey, bro, already done. That come back on the U-bend, back on the main road, bro. And again, yeah, if you listen to that tune, it's more like I'd say with that tune, yeah, right, it was important to me, that one, yeah, because it's a whole story that a lot of men are about to walk through, and a lot of men have walked through. If you check from the start of the tune to the end, it's about youths that just coming in, young niggas, about to do 10s, but don't know what it looks like. You just know that you rule. You just know that all your bridges have got, yeah, slowly but surely, you realise, like I say in the thing, if you was my dog, yo, these niggas ain't shit, but these hoes be worse. If you really was my dog, you would have shown me first, bro. These are true life stories, bro. Niggas that man have been out here doing the madness with risking it all. They're the ones that are going to be beating these things that man have got. Things that they know you've got feelings for. So when I'm bleeding on Tuesday, blood, yo, certain man are just going to hear that thing, it's hard. Certain man are hearing that, and that's reality, bro. That nobody don't speak about, bro. Like, so, 9 months is deep, but that's my favourite. I don't know, but there's a bit on there that's my favourite of the tape, you get me?
Yeah. What bit's that?
I never thought I'd live to see this big age. The judge gave me double figures. Thought I missed my big break. Thought these Eddie Murphy niggas I come through like Rick James. We them beat out bladders, doing boxes, doing trays. You in a shooter, you blaze. It's like, brother, if I could sum up my whole journey in one thing, my savage shit, it's that, bro. Them bars there, that's mad. No capping that, bro. That's just real shit, bro. It's not glorifying. That's just what it is. And where people are coming with my journey, and I'm blessed, bro, and why my thing I think it's a little bit different, fam, yeah, is because people are seeing my journey, especially like people like you say, come up in the city, heard man from when man was captain. Like that then.
What do you mean when you was
like
captain?
that for when man's been so young, yeah, where man was kind of manifest rapping, fam.
Okay,
and I feel like grime was more like that.
Yeah.
So man's talking about things that man know man will do.
Yeah.
But you learn this though, that was the lesson, bro, that certain things you can't even, because shit's real. But I'm talking about when man's like 13 anyway, but I'm just saying, like, people have seen man's journey, so when I come in, like, all I had was war dreams, like I say in Civil War 3, bro. This is why I only listen to my shit, bro, and I hope it will come across on this interview because, bro, I'm trying to come different, bro, but none of it's bullshit. Even if it makes man look bad, none of it's bullshit, bro. So, Civil War 3, man's like, yo, growing up, all I had was war dreams. That's not no bullshit, bro. 60% of black youths in drum know that ain't no bullshit, bro. Because they all came up the same. That's all man wanted, not money. That was secondary, not nothing. Man just had war dreams, bro. Man's gonna go out there and get acting and get man's names, and man's gonna put on for my bridge, and my bridge is gonna put on for me. That's all I ever thought about, bro. I've come up in jail, grew up, and had to reinvent myself, bro, because that died as soon as the judge slapped me, bro. That raw died. Because all my brethren got back, there wasn't no one left, there was only Looney, and Looney was still in jail at the time. Luckily, that's the only reason he saved himself, bro. Because he went on there to be next to man, because he would have been next to man. He was still in jail. You get me? So, yeah, man, like, yo, man, all man wanted it. So when you hear man's music now, it's reflection on how I was, how life could have been or should have been, how it ended up, and how it was supposed to end up here, though. Because some of the tunes are pain, you know, and they're sad, but Wallahi on the Deen, bro. Everyone listening to me, I don't regret nothing. Not one piece of it, bro, because I'm different, bro. And my niggas are different, blood. I'm still with the same youths I started with. Wallahi, I'm still with them. And I could tell you things now that would make even a stranger say, yeah, you can never leave my man. So I'm proud of things like that, bro. Like, I ain't got much, but I got people that love me, and I got brethren that will go to anywhere for me, blood. And that's not even non-legit shit. That's legit shit. I got a legit brethren, my niggas, you legit. Like, these are my trench niggas that I started with, and we're still together now. So, yeah, blood. I got off track. I forgot what we did. What the first question
but bro, it's needed though, man. I like this though, man. I like this. It's like a therapy session. I'm sitting there getting into your brain. You know, I can't lie. I'm sitting there like, blood. I feel like I'm sitting next to the nigga right now, blood.
Come on, bro. I'm one of the truths. I'm sure I say, yo, this is therapy, because that's what it is for me, bro. Hardest that never blew was therapy for me, my guy.
A question you had, Jay. You kind of briefly touched on the fact that, like, for example, like you've seen E-Man, he's been in there for years and that. I've only just clocked who you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It was a legendary case. My man was on in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Alright, cool. So boom. Yeah, for example, so you've seen him, he's still going with himself, he's still obviously taking care of himself, you know what I mean? So how have you managed to like keep your head in this thing, knowing that you probably had a better opportunity than 90% of the man that's in the jail right now? You understand what I'm saying? Because that would burn me a little more though, because you see you're saying like hardest that never blew, like I'm telling you, yeah, especially in this day and age now, the fact that real rapping that's coming back, you would have blown, fam. Or when I say blown, like the minimum you would have been making money from music. Minimum, that's the minimum. You get what I'm saying? Because the name's there, etc., etc. So how did it feel going? How have you managed to keep your mind knowing that there's things you've missed out on that you would have definitely got?
That's my burden, my nigga. That's my like. They say like, what's that saying Christians say? That's my cross, isn't it? That I'm kind of bearing still. Like, bro, it's been through stages, but first and foremost, family, good family that remember they show you like, yo, you loved though. Like, regardless of what you could have done, we love you for what you're not gonna do anyway. And friends, you true ones though, the true ones, the ones that are with you, like, that's a big thing. And like I said, I've gone through stages. Like when I first was locked, and I had a sentence. My sentence was like an EDS sentence. You get me with a parole. So how I was doing my work at the start was different to how I'm doing it now. I was kind of just like, I've got to get my first parole. I'm gonna be 28 when I land. It's old, but fuck it, I reckon I could still do it. My only thing was, yo, it's 28 too old. That shows you how different man think when man's 21.
Yeah.
I'm thinking blood clot, it's 28 too old. Now man's blood clot 31 and thinking nothing's gonna stop me.
That's what I was about to say, bro. That leads me on to the next question, yeah, man. The next question was, yeah, that like I hear you talk a lot about getting older and blah blah blah. Like you say, first when I came to jail, I was 21. I'm touching 30 now. It's getting long. That's what you say, yeah. But hear me, yeah. Cause man's not 30 yet, but man's en route, yeah. And I'm saying, yeah, bro. This thing, bro, man's got time, fam. You see, in the grand scheme of things, bro, man's not old, you know, blood. Yeah. Like, fam, you know what it is? You see, because England, the scene's new and that, we ain't got Snoop Dogg, we ain't got Rick Ross, we ain't got them man there is 50, 45s, blah, 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 still making hits that the youths are listening to now. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, because we don't have it, our scene ain't developed that much, yeah, we ain't seen older rappers, but here's an example. You mentioned Potter as well. Potter's same age as you, bro. He's still right now popping. There's man like R.A. older than man. Tiny Boost older than man. Like I don't want to keep.
You know what it is?
Go on.
Now, cause you know what it is. When I was young, I used to feel like that, and then now I feel less so. But because of the experiences that I went through, like I said, the first day. Go back to the question that you asked here. The first day, what used to keep my head was, gotta get my first parole. 28, I'm still gonna have 2 years in my 20s. I can pop. Like, I've always had confidence in me, blood. Like, people hear me now, like, I'm harder than I've ever been, bro. Like, I wrote a bar the other day, and I sat down to myself and said, man, nigga, bro, it's what man's saying, bro, differently more than anything, blood, yeah. It's just, I worked that hard when I was gonna get out if I never caught my extra case, and I was still focused on what people wanted to hear, yeah. So I was thinking, yeah, when I call my extra case now, that was a dark time. When I got blamed with that one, that was a dark time because everything was unsure. Like, yeah, okay, I was supposed to get out. Now not only am I not getting out, I'm about to do what I've basically just done. If not, you get me, less. But okay, raw. Fuck music. Fuck all of that. Like no one's real, bro. I literally seen things, my nigga, yeah. And I want to put this into perspective here, bro, when you're saying when I knew I couldn't do things. No, not only did I know I couldn't do things, people actively show you that you can and send them drop. When I was in the green fighting this thing, it was from bare people, everyone that knows, man, you're about to get out, we're gonna do this. We can start doing shows. We can open a food shop. We can this. As soon as I got my extra word, bro, I never spoke to certain people again. Still ain't spoke to them all now. You get what I'm saying? Like, and some of these people are family members, but at the same, like, so my head was fully gone. I was like, fuck this, bro. Like, yo, and then, like again, I say friends, bro, because I was lucky enough that. And this is why I say God's with me, brother, and he's on my journey, and I'm meant to make it, brother. They don't even know. They're going to understand when I land, though, and man show the whole story, bro, but they don't even get it, bro. I have to get it, bro. Like, when I got shipped out of the Green family, it was when the Green got condemned. If you was there, you know. They shut down bare wings. They said the jail was unruly and they shipped out all the problems, bro. By God, bro. I got shipped out the same day as Little Blake's, blood. Bro, people need to really understand this. I got shipped out to do my head was falling off, you know, I'm gonna tell you. But I got shipped out with my nigga that I've been with since we was fucking waist high to what we are now. So it's like, and I didn't realize the blessing of that then. I'm just saying.
Did that help you mentally? Did that help you mentally?
1,000,000%, blood. 1,000,000%, blood. Like, my member, even though me and my man's the same person, in terms of, you know KB, then you know Blake, you know Blake, you know KB. Blake was into this, then KB was into the same thing. You get me? Everyone knows us together, even if you don't know us. But we got two very different journeys, though, G. I'm KB and I rap, he doesn't. I could have done this. His journey's always got to be different. Like, he can't rely on man or my music talent, and he never could. You get me? He can, because if I pop, he does. But as a man, you can't rely on my bridges got the flow. Especially when we're knee deep, fucking in this savage mode shit, bro. You get me? So, like, our journeys have been different, but I feel like he's always been there for man and understood the journey. So I feel like when his sin man was down, this is why you gotta talk to your niggas, bro, or whoever you love, man. This mental health shit. I don't know about the road, bro, because there's so much shit for an outlet. But in here, when you ain't got no one there, or you feel like you ain't, you gotta chat to man. Because when I went to my man, I was like, boy, this bird, man, like, bro, man was supposed to get out. All my real fears that inside me that I wouldn't say to you, or I said to my man, bro. You get me? And my man kind of was like, fuck it, bro. You just have to get on my wing, bro. Nothing matters. None of that matters. Just get with me, bro. Man loves you, bro. And no matter what, we're always going to be like this, bro. Even if it's in here, out there, wherever, bro. Music, no music. Like, and then a week later, he got me on the wing. They was blocking us for time. It's like, this is what I mean. It's like it was written, blood was blocking us. One day they come to me and go, Blake, we got you on serial. Wow, God, my life changed from that day. A week later, man got me in the pad. I haven't wrote a bar. I wrote one bar in 8 months. And in my opinion, it's shit, blood. Because I've only had one beat. I read it to the Asco beat, yeah. Ass. My body's so mean. Whatever tune that is. I got no beat, and I've written the bar to that, but I'm thinking, does it sound like my man?
Yeah.
Got on the wing, man have put on that Casanova beat, that was so Brooklyn.
Yeah. Oh.
Man's coming like, what did I say? I never sold 100 bricks like Big Meat, but I had a big shot with the big reach. I really filled up with shells and put them in neeks, bro. And the whole pad, it was just a moment, blood, like, music started again from then. Okay. Put the freestyle on Insta, it blew up. Before that, there was no music, G. Then, man's just writing bars every day now, looking forward. It's similar to when I was in Owsley. Man's looking forward to coming out and spitting to the man, because I'm spitting fire, my nigga, like, Hardest Than Ever Blue don't do justice them bars when they spit live in a pad, everyone's sweating, it's hot. And man is just spazzing, nothing can compare to that. That's why them freestyles go so mad, because the energy generates it. And then I just said to Blake, like, bro, I'm gonna do a tape. He's like, I'd already done one before, but he's like, the one before weren't really hitting though, like, feel like the jail thing, like, I don't know. I said, bro, I'm gonna do a tape, bro. It's gonna go mad. He's like, what are you gonna call it? I was like, fuck knows. And then one day, Raw just come out, I was like, bro, Hardest Than Ever Blue. And it was self-explanatory, bro. That's why everyone that said that to you never said, why? Now, like, bro, I don't know. People could say Potter. People could say Nines. I don't know who else is up there for the best.
What to say? Hardest never blue, or you talking about the one? Or
Now for hardest, for bars, for
Yeah,
if you're blue, if you're not blue,
Yeah.
all level playing field. And when I say bars, I'm talking about say that South or old school sets or at the park or at a house party, whatever. The beat goes on and man's gonna splash it. Who's the hardest brother? Yeah. Anybody that's been around me is saying me. I'm confident of that. Especially if they've been around me in the trenches. They're saying me, bro. I've got no doubts, brother. I've got no doubts, bro.
So wait there one second.
And that's just because, like...
So you're harder than Potter then, is what you're saying?
Nah, listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying anyone that's been around me when I'm in the trench said I'm the hardest because when people ask me, that's a different story. I never say me because I don't think me.
Alright, cool. Who's the hardest then? Let's get into that.
For what I just said, straight bars, raw, beat.
Yeah.
Potter.
Yeah, I agree still. It's the hardest still. Well, you see, he's got some competition when you come home though, I'll be real, but...
Nah, but listen, but wait. My thing now though, is different, bro. I don't know if man are coming like me, bro, but I'm only saying that not on an arrogant, cocky thing, you know. Man's thing's different, G. I don't think, like, what man's like, and I only realised this, bro, yeah, with Buzz Line, bro. Because Buzz Line was the next one. Just felt bare bars again. I'm going harder than ever. I said to Blaze, bro, next tape is like, wow, he doing too much for the road. I reckon click him for the road. I said, nah, bro, because they're going to think that was a fluke, bro.
Yeah.
Was I lying? Hardest that never blew? So now, yeah, I've moved jails. I've gone to different places. I've seen what hardest that never blew done. In the trenches, fuck the road. Fuck the road right now. What it did for the man them in here, I've already done enough, bro. I've already left that legacy we talked about. When I thought it was banging my gun and man, it weren't that, G. My thing was different. I only just see it now. It's for this, bro. It's for the journey I've just walked. It's for all the man that got no voice. That's what my thing was for. That's what hardest that never blew was for. And I only realised when I boxed savages that are 22, I'm looking in the mirror at niggas, bro. Man have to deep me, take me in. I'm looking in the mirror at shorties, bro. They are me. They're about to do what I've just done. Some of them longer. And they're looking at me saying, bro, what hardest that never blew? Yo, come in the pad, listen to my shit. Next thing you know, bro, there's man that arguably as hard as me, bro, yeah? Spitting from the trenches that people on the road are listening to that are just spitting their pain as well. It's not carbon copy, man. It's their thing, though. They've just seen the blueprint and followed the dirt road now. Now their man are coming across it. But that makes me proud, bro. Wallahi, bro. I ain't got much to be proud of. That makes me proud. When I see money or moms, they're not my direct shorties, bro. My young cheese. They're not my young cheese, bro. They're savages, bro. I've met them in jail, bro. They're just younger than me, bro. And they're just seeing what man's doing and saying, if K can do it, the man can do it. Because my man's a real G. He's from, bro. So respecting, bro. And it's beautiful, though. When I hear my man shit and I'm listening to them, man, ask them, man, about me, bros.
Man, I say, a man said to me yesterday, yo, Mons Malone's the next KB. That's what I heard.
You see my man, yeah? Me and Mons are from totally different areas, bro. Totally different affiliations, everything, bro, yeah? When I met my man, it's like I was looking in the mirror at me, bro. For the fact that he was so talented, for the fact that he got sucked into this gangbang thing, for the fact that he's smart, though. And this ain't to offend nobody, you know, because when you're young, you take things differently, but certain man ain't meant for that, G. Because they got a bigger purpose, brother. And that was me, bro. And I see that with my man. So I already connected to my man, bro. And he's like, adapt to water then. Because he's more like, how did you do that then, Kay? Do you reckon I can do a take? Alright, then the first time I said to my man, bro, you should do a take, man. I don't know. You should do it. It didn't take much persuading. After that, I didn't. How do I do it then? This. Next thing you know, my man's got 30 tunes. That's how my man works. He's a next similar to like. I wouldn't say my work rate's like that, man, bro. You get me, bro? But money the same. Crazy, bro. Like, them man come up with bars the next day and that. And the man's all waiting for me, and I'm like, brother, I need a bit of time.
Yeah, I hear that. I remember K Money.
K
Money's from my side of town still. Shout him out, man. Shout K Money, man. I remember when he was young blood. Trust me, man. Good on him, man.
My man's thing's different. Then you got Massa as well. That's going crazy. His buzz is bigger than man's.
Who? What's his name?
Mazza Out 20, the Liverpool youth man.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of him still.
And here's another man, yeah. He was already doing this thing. I can't say, like, but I've had conversations with my man. He's a very smart youth. Bro, all the talent in the trenches, I ain't putting no one down, brother. But my God, bro. My man's a smart youth. He put on a show from the can. That man there, like, and this is another thing. People are going to think I'm crazy, but they're going to see the method of the madness to what you said to show that we're on the same page when we were talking about. We ain't seen a Rick Ross. We ain't seen a Kanye or whatever. Yeah, it's true. See, in 20 years, 30 years, 4 years, they're going to talk about the trench renaissance, bro. Like, follow me. I might sound mad.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
You know what the renaissance is, innit?
What's it like? Is it like a second coming or something?
Nah, it's like in Italy, like there was a time when you see all the best artists that draw, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, all them man, like the Sistine Chapel, all the ones that we hear about now.
Yeah.
They were all about at the same time.
Okay.
So they called it the Renaissance, like all the best that have ever been, even to this day, was all about at the same time. They're going to talk about that in the trenches. I honestly believe that because man's going to come out, do a madness. Mazza's going to come out, do a madness. Money's going to come out. Marv's going to come out. And everyone's buzz kind of solidified where man was in the same, when man was in the same hut. And I honestly think, bro, and now I see freestyles everywhere, so a lot of men are picking it up. I'm not saying man are picking it up because of me, but man are picking up and seeing I can do something from here. My thing's not done. People are going to listen to what I've got to say. Because they got a valid story, bro. And if you don't listen to it, then how can you stop youths from walking down it if that's what you want to do? Me, that's not really my intention. My intention is just to tell an untold story, bro. That's it really, because. And majority of it's mine, but it's not all mine, though.
You're speaking for other people as well, basically.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I definitely think like that. My niggas that are doing phase, that man. My niggas that are never gonna land, bro. Like, man, that was the best footballer you've ever seen, better than Messi, bro. And he's doing 30 reps. I'm never gonna land, bro. It's for them, man. Boys don't cry, bro. Let me tell you, the biggest tune I've had in terms of tune before, like since I've been back here, the trenches blew that up, bro.
When you say the trenches, you mean jail, innit? Just to be clear, innit?
Yeah. When I say the trenches, I'm talking about jail.
Yeah.
This is literally what. When you see a trench World War I, within them, that's what we do, bro.
Yeah.
Your brother's next year, you can't get away from him. This is where you live. Sort it out by yourselves. Eat, live, shit, do whatever. One day we're gonna say, yeah, you're done. And until that day, this is where you are. So, fucking, yeah, bro. So, trench shit's fam, doing it for all the man, bro. And I feel like man that are rapping should always do it for someone. That's when you rap the best. That's why Von was the best for what he did, and that's why Tupac was the best for what he did, because they were doing it for other people, and you could see that.
So now this is called A or B, yeah? Man's gonna do a little jailhouse version. So boom, tuna or mackerel?
Macro million percent. Eddie, that's it's not even a question.
Alright, cool. No canteen or no visits
For how long though?
for 2 years.
Blood clot. Ooh. No visits.
No visits, yeah. Alright, cool.
Nah, you know what? That sounds a bit bad though. What people. Do I get explanation or is it not one of them?
Nah, you can explain.
You know what it is? Why I say no visits, but because when you've done as long as me, bro, yeah, the only person that really, really, really needs to see you is your mom, yeah?
Yeah.
But my mom, I've been doing this, but she knows that sometimes I go off grid. Because that's how I do my sentence. So I feel like if I explain to my mom, like, I'm going to phone you every day, but 2 years I can't see you because of food, I reckon she'd be caught.
Yeah.
Everyone else, bro, I don't really need to see them. Everyone else, I can. You get me? When I say my mom, that goes with like my sisters, my initial sisters, brothers, and that.
Alright, cool. Dirk or Von?
Oh, that was mad. Listen, easy, but big up my nigga Dirk, yeah?
Yeah.
But
it's a Von
has to be Von, bro. Von's the realest, bro.
I was about to
do it,
Alright, watch this. My opinion, I reckon Von was the smokiest rapper in history that got famous.
Yeah.
Surely, innit?
That's a fact.
It's a fact,
I don't think anyone could dispute that, though.
Man was going back and forth with someone, yeah, and they're basically saying to man that Gucci Mane or one of them man there was more smoky than Von. Like, behave, bro. Behave.
You know, you see my man, bro. For me, bro, yeah, as a hip hop fan, now we're talking as fans.
Yeah.
And street niggas, then. Because a lot of man push this street thing, especially since the internet's come out of music, yeah. It's responsibility we've all got as rappers, but a lot of man push a thing that they don't know nothing about, or they're pushing the wrong thing. So a man will say like let's say this run off on the plug thing.
Yeah.
That's become a thing. So now the youth's coming up, it's normal. The gold country, they're running off on packs instead of working them or whatever. Like, it's detrimental to you, but it's become a fashion because someone pushed the wrong kind of thing.
Yeah,
someone made it fashionable.
I also agree. I think Pooh Shiesty done that with the snaking man thing. You know, like sliming man out and that, and like snaking niggas and that. I feel like Pooh Shiesty made the snake thing cool, and I'm thinking, bro, since when has it been cool to snake man and that, bro?
It's all happening, bro, but it's like, the net blows it up, and then it's like, so, and now because you got a real man doing it, yeah, it gets blurred. Like, people say Boosie Badass is a real nigga. Like,
you're not thinking so?
I'm not saying he's not, but I just seen certain where my man says, if you blame certain on someone who's dead, you're a snitch.
I'm so glad you said that. Blood. Man was gonna ask that, you know. I don't think so. What do you think?
Brother.
I'm a rat then, fam. I'm snitching on my dead cousin, bro. I'm sorry.
My nigga, there's no rat thing about it, bro. If I die, Little Plates gets bagged on an M and he can say it was KB that did it.
Agreed.
Blood, of course he's gonna do that. What's he supposed to do a 35 rec from? Brother, yo, my problems are done, you know.
Exactly. You can't get charged, nothing. Not even questioned.
Like Dirk says, yo, feds come around, body's gotta blame niggas who's dead. That just seems like the real thing to do, because Boosie's saying that and he's real. Now you got a narrative where man are gonna go, but my man said it. It's the same thing that started this snitch thing being cool. Now remember, the snitch thing's super cool now because it's been accepted for so long. But once upon a time, it wasn't like that. And it's because a man came out and said, yeah, I'm a snitch, but I'm gonna bust my gun as well. So anyone who chats to me, I'm going to slap off. And now, man, I'm like, why? Yeah, he's a snitch, but I don't think I want no problems.
I think Alpo started...
30 years later, now you got kids here. 30 years later, you got 6ix9ine.
Yeah. Accepted.
So, where Von was different, bro, why is the realest, blood? Because he was just pushing what's real for them. And you could feel it, bro. Like, everybody could feel it. And I go back to, like, forget the gangman thing. We're all human. It comes back to the core thing. My man loved his friends. The things that drove him to do the things he did was his brethren. His brethren. Now, that's never happened to me, bro. But I could only imagine the same years I've been describing to you. If he goes, brother, I don't know about these, man, bro, but I feel like there's only one way to go, and it's the way my man went. So everybody respects that, because even if you're not real, even if you're too scared to move like my man did, you can't. Real is real, bro. And when you see it, you can't ignore it. That's why for me, Tupac's the best ever, bro. Because you can't ignore what my man was. You just listen to my man's interview and you can see he was different, bro.
Yeah. I don't agree he was the best ever, but I agree he was different. Best ever's pushing it, bro. Like we're talking about.
Who's the best ever? Don't say Biggie. If you say
like, Biggie was harder. Biggie was harder, yeah. But
harder than
Tupac at rapping, Biggie was harder, bro. Let's be honest. But Tupac had more of a message, and he was a realer nigga. I give him that.
He went harder than Pat. I'm just gonna say that, bro.
Alright, so.
Pat was too hard.
Alright, safe. Yo, PlayStation or Xbox?
Xbox, because I'm a trench nigga, but he used to be PlayStation.
Okay, cool. Let me think a minute. Alright. Hardest that never blew, or I ain't gonna give you an obvious one, or fully
Don't
trapped.
say that one.
Or fully trapped. Or fully trapped.
Fully trapped, because bro, fully trapped is the man, then, bro. It's not only just me, whether man like it or not. Even them, man. It's the city, though. Mothers, everyone knows it, bro. Man,
watch this. Man put up a poll, yeah.
Because
go on.
Go on. Because I know that you've asked other man from Brum which one's the one, yeah, and whatnot, yeah. But fully trapped has to be the one, though. I don't know where, like, I don't know what. I know certain man ain't gonna listen to man because there was more gang politicsy then and things was happening. So, but fully trapped was the one, man.
But you know what? Got a 50-50
We was the first to do everything. Bro.
I don't know about blood. Stardom and that was going in with things early, blood.
They've been doing it, yeah. All right then. You know where I give my man, yeah. Why it's different with my man, yeah. Because he cuts into both eras.
He does.
And one of them eras I'd say is the American era. If you're from them, you know, we'll all listen to West Coast.
All of that. Yeah, all of that and that. Yeah,
it's all of that. He was coming off the back of that, yeah. So they did bare shit, but because it was the American thing, yeah, they don't get the credit they're due, but because of the American thing, it didn't do. So I'm starting it from like Gigstead, UK rap, Birmingham thing.
Yeah. So if we have to exit all of their past American thing, then we got Served versus Fully Trapped. We
got what?
Served. Remember their mixtape, Stardom and Zimbo, Served. And Fully Trapped. Man, put that up as a poll here on the Conversation with the RiskTaker Instagram. 50-50, bro. Imagine that.
It was 50-50.
50-50, bro.
You know what that shows you, though, yeah? And you learn something new every day, but that shows you that the divide in the city, yeah, is so crazy, bro. And like how I said to the gang politics matters, because wallahi, this ain't no cap. I've never heard that tape that you've just mentioned.
I reckon you was in your gangbanging mode back then. That was a
probably.
Surely.
This is what. And I don't think them man would have took in fully trapped like that. Yeah. That's why it's interesting that the city's 50-50, because you would have half the place that's listening and half the place that's not, bro. It's interesting, bro. I think that's a Brum thing, even though everywhere's got their thing, you know. But Brum's just a bit different. But that's interesting, bro. Like, the people speak, bro. You know what it is? I can say I'm the best. He can say he's the best. This man can say they're the best, bro. But the people speak, brother.
Hear me, yeah. I was saying, this is me personally. This was my order. It went for me, it went Montana Bay, KB, then Safwan. But then Montana Bay come with no music, so I kicked him off the list, bro. Because that's years ago. You know what I'm saying?
I think, what's mad, bro, is, like, at a time, we all would have been together.
Mm.
This is not a cocky thing, an arrogant thing. It's just real, bro.
Mm.
Man City is Man City. Arsenal is Arsenal, yeah?
Mm.
Liverpool are Liverpool. I'll give you a mad analogy, bro, for a football team.
Oh, I don't even listen to football.
Anyone who's
do it
watched
for the
football
audience.
knows that Liverpool are serious, yeah? They're serious. One of the best teams we've ever seen. But in the history books, Ed is going to say Man City won it 5 times out of the 6. Yeah? But Liverpool was still great, though. Yeah? So, there would have been a time where we was all together. But I just think that over the years, bro, man, I separate myself from all the names you just said. But, yeah, to give their like, to be fair, bro, they've all been out there and dealing with the pressures of coming with new music, living. I'm getting endless pain and regurgitating it. That's all I know anyway. And I'm just getting better and better and better and better and better. Whereas these man probably dealing with deals and I gotta do this sound and I gotta sound like this or I don't know. But personally for me, bro, in prom, bro, I don't know. There's bare sick youths, you know. I just think you have to ask them as a problem. If man be honest, bro, all the rappers, I think footballers know it, bro. Footballers know. Messi's the best. All the ones that play with him, you see the glint in their eye when they go, oh, my man's different. Man know, blood. Man know, innit, bro. Certain man have got that underlying belief, like, I'm hard.
Yeah.
But man know, just like I know with Potter, the city knows, bro.
Yeah.
But I will prove it, though. This is just talk, but I promise the city and the man, I'm going to prove it, though. I'm going to come out and prove it.
Well, back to A or B now, yeah? What, slim girl or thick girl?
Everyone likes certain thick, yeah? But lately, because you know you change, brother, especially man. You see man in jail, man are real connoisseurs of girl because all man's doing is cream them.
Yeah.
So man's, you get me, bro?
Yeah.
So I don't know, when girl are slim, but they got a beautiful face though. No one's gonna sound mad, but I think that hits different. But obviously, if she's thick, bro, everyone loves that.
So what you're saying, slim with a good face?
Right now, yeah, I might change in 6 months.
Alright, cool. So, one thing that man was known, that man was looking at KB for back in the day, yeah, like, man was like, bro, you have to remember, like, obviously you was doing these things when you was young, and as I said, man's younger than you, so I'm looking at you like, blood, my man's going crazy, let me explain. Man's talking about, yo, made 50 bags 5 times. Oi, blood. You have to remember, man said that in like, what, 11 or something, 12.
Yeah.
Man is
13, boy.
Bro, man is sitting there like, bro, at 13 and that, man don't have man, wait, let me think about this. Wait, how old was I in 013? Either way, man don't have them type of stats there in 013, nowhere near, you get me? So like, what was it like to be that young and have this much access to P at that time?
You know one thing I want to say, brother, it's just a testament to the city, you know, for the people that ain't from, bro. Notice that my man didn't ask, man, is that true? Just notice that, but yeah.
I hear that.
I just feel like, brother, access to money at that time was like cowboy lifestyle. That's the best way to describe it, but Wild West cowboy lifestyle. Gun on man's hip, money in man's pocket, and man's ready to do whatever. I know that them man are ready to do whatever as well, bro. And that's what it was like. But it was good for us and it was different for us for Bear Man. Because the money at the young age, enough man has seen bread now, the bare bread man. But at that time, not much man was seeing the bread. And there was man trapping his eye, but because man was getting it like back, I don't think nobody was like that, bro. That was like, I don't think no one was like that. So it made it better because man was balling in it, bro. Like, fucking hell, bro. Instead of just being on the block doing nothing, bro, man was in casinos and that with big whack on man and that. Just loving it, bro. Money was never a worry, bro. But why I feel like the man never got so much bread coming up, was because man was never focused on it.
Okay,
It was never about that for UT. Like, our story, like, is a whole other thing, but it was never about money.
So I know you say you don't regret nothing here, but don't you regret like going for the money rather than the badness though? I know Brom's a badness city though, but don't you reckon getting to the bag would have made more sense than some of the things that you was on back in the day?
Bro, remember, when I say I've got no regrets, it's just because I'm here now and I know what it was meant. But in hindsight, there's definitely things that could have been better and turned out better, but you never know how they turn out. I always think, bro, I know this sounds mad, but it's just people don't know the money I've seen and how easy it was, yeah. I always think if I could go back to being 12, people say, oh, go back to being 12. This might sound dumb, but because I know how easy it was, I'd probably do like 20 of what I did before when I got back.
Blood, what?
Now, but when I'm 12 though, nothing can happen, bro, and then have like 20 mil and go for broke and then invest it all, but it's all hindsight, it's all pipe dreams. If I won the lottery, like, so yeah, it would have been better if I went for money, but I kept my character because I wasn't like that. I was never a man that was going to snake people for money because I wasn't like that. I'm not a man that would sell my soul for money because I've never cared about that. It was more about legacy, which is like I said to you, leaving certain, which is what made me, things make people real, but that's what's real about me, blood. And I didn't realize it, but that's what makes me real, because I ain't gonna talk. I represent something, bro. So certain things, bro. When you represent money, is what I'm trying to say. Is, bro, it's only a downhill thing from there, bro. And that's from someone who's had money. I'm not gonna act like I'm a millionaire like these, man. But I was really 17, thinking, blowing 13 one day on my own.
What kind of things was you spending money on?
What
kind of things was you spending money on them time there?
Same thing every time. Jewelry.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Taxi.
And protection.
Clothes. And sticks. But remember as well, yeah, you see, like, it's not like Rick Ross rich or like Trap Boy rich where they got like 100 bags stacked or 200 bags stacked. Like, man, I get in a stack, blowing it, and then going to get a next one. Like, it was real cowboy living, bro. Like, so, like, I could hit certain and have 10 bags and have that in my pocket, bro. Man ain't got no safes on that, brother. I've got that and I'm living with that until it's gone.
So what would you spend it on now? Like if money was coming fast, like how it was back then, boom, 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 and you got the knowledge, what kind of things would you spend it
on? I would have definitely bought a yard. That's what I should have done. Should have bought a yard. So man's got something of man's, whether man rent it, sell it, give it to man you or whatever man do, man would have had something here. And I feel like, what else, man? And music, brother, serious, bro. Like, a lot of the shit that I spend it on, I still would have spent it on, but I just would have made sure that man had legit ways that everyone can eat like they got a job, but no one's got a job, though. There's bare ways, bro. Houses, man are leasing cars as we speak right now. Shout big Blake, you get me? Like, there's bare things man could have do that man are doing now that man should have just done then. So in terms of shit like that, and maybe holidays more, somebody was always on license, so man never got to do the big holiday, bro, with the guys, you get me?
Alright, cool. Someone that would see you back in the day would be Saffron.
Yeah.
What's the relationship like with Saffron now?
No relationship.
None.
None.
Like, man don't chat at all, basically.
Nah.
is that for personal reasons or is it just man grew apart or something?
It's just bare personal shit with my man, bro. But you know what it is? Man, I don't really care about my man no more because man have had real beef with us. You get me, bro? So there's no point acting like man I got beef with man that man never see or haven't seen in 10 years, and his life is totally different to mine and it's been like that for so long now. I don't really care about my man, bro. I'd be guessing mine will be the same, bro, but like I said, bro, you can't take away from the story, bro, and what it is, and it like that was man's proper bridging before music, and that's why I say to like man's purpose again, bringing people to music, just something with me and music. That was another person that I kind of was like music, because he wasn't a music geezer like that. You get me? He wasn't a music geezer at all, to be real. And look what my man's able to carve out for himself from music. He's done that, you know, but man was just like, bro, do music, you get me? So that's what I look back at that and think, really. Everything else ain't really for the, like, this personal shit between friends that have happened that why man ain't friends, you get me?
Alright, cool. What's your relationship with both of the Blakes? Big one and little one?
Yeah, they're my people, bro. You know what it is? Little Blake's is my fucking different bro. Like, we're different, fam. So, we've inherited everything to do with each other. So, my man's brother's like man's big brother. And my man's mom is like man's second mom. Like, I've been going to visit Big Blake's since before, like, we was even had our own tight relationship off the back of my mama. Like, really, like, having a relationship with man over the phone, though, and going to visit man, it's just always been a mad love, bro. And then since then, we've been in the trenches together. And this is another thing that's a blessing, yeah, where I feel like God's always been with man. I've been with all my Codys, my niggas. I've been padded up with all of them at different times, you know, in the same cell, lived with them. Every one of them.
Including Looney.
Including Looney. Including my nigga Looney. I've been with all of them, yeah. So me and my man's bond, Big Links, is different. Like, we've got our own thing now that's stronger than ever. Like, me and my man has mad bonding experience. This is like inside the church thing to show you that it's not all just weed and da-da-da-da. Me and my man's padded up. He's the guy I was telling him, Game of Thrones. My gal's been telling me, people been telling me, I'm on this Dragons dickhead thing, I'm not watching that, I don't give a fuck, you me. My man's on the same thing. But now we're padded up, my man's gal's like, watch it. He's like, bro, should we just give it a little watch, yeah? Like the first couple episodes. Me and my man watched like 4 seasons together. Now, my nigga, now fucking Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones, okay, yeah.
So you see, like, regardless of what the box set was, you see, like, getting deep in a box set with a man, binge watching that in the trenches, bro. It's mad, fam. It's sick, like.
Imagine, like, some like, you must have built some serious bonds in there, bro. Like, you know, like, what I mean by, like, as in, like, remember, you living with man, you know, bro. So
so it's different.
Certain man's gonna end up becoming man's brother, fam. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? But by accident,
Yeah.
Bro. Have you felt a lot of that?
Yeah, bro. My niggas, bro, we've been in the trenches together, bro. It's mad. Look at, like, I love watching history, World War II shit, bro, yeah. The best thing about that whole madness was, if you're lucky enough to hear veterans talk about it, yeah, they always say, oh, I just miss my bridging. My bridging, man, yo, remember this time? That's all and it's the same in here, because you really get to know, man. Man inherited bare man from the ends because we all went to the same park, or my man went to school with my man, and we're all from the same postcode, so we inherit man that we don't like. There used to be 50 of us, didn't like most of them, to be real, but I inherited them, and I'll do whatever for you because of that. In here, it's a similar thing, but you really get to know people, but like, because you live with them, you know what a man's like, you know if he's like, not a lot of people are gonna know. They're gonna see me and be like, oh, Kay's a joke, Kay's funny, and I am. But you're not gonna know how funny unless you're with me. You're not gonna know that man can be grumpy as well unless you're with me. Do you get me? But that's my little ups and downs, my negatives and positives. All the man them have got them, but you accept it because you have to, because you love man, innit? And you get me. That's all it is, bro. So let a man go through things in here with man. My real brethren are in jail, bro. I'll be real with you.
You got more real brethren in jail than on road, basically.
Million, gazillion, tizillion. It's not even close. I phone more people in jail than I do out there. But it's not. But it's not a sad thing though. Like I got my niggas on the road, but like when I speak to my brethren, yeah, like say like yo, shout my niggas Slicks, bro, free Slicks. That was a nigga I was in COVID with. That was a different bond because you're on the same spur with the same people, trench living, the muddy like that's jail, bro. And me and my nigga got mad tight, and I still think about my man now, yeah. And when I get to chat to him, it's like I'm chatting to an old friend. We've never been on road together. I'm chatting to him like, brother, this and was a line dropped in your walk. Because when you're in the trenches as well, you know everybody's story because everyone's got nothing to do but trade war stories. So I know who my nigga, the girl that he always loved but never told her. I know that, bro, because we've sat at the window for hours and talked about it.
Something I always hear from visitors with jail, yeah, bear man chat shit, bro. Have you seen bear man that's come in with the great stories and that, and then you verify that on road or you verify that wherever, and you're like, blood, you weren't even like that, fam.
Yeah, sometimes it's funny though, because sometimes, man, this is what I'm saying about brotherhood and loving, man. Some man, you know that they chat shit, but he's still your dog. And it's a funny thing because everyone knows he chat shit. Even he must know that he chat shit. But then you got other man. There's been fabrications. There's been. Well, I've seen paperwork come out on man and that, bro. I've seen like things like that happen where it's sticky, brother. Man paid like.
Maybe painting pictures. It's not really that.
I might sound like I'm ranting now, bro. But England's the only place, bro. Yeah, rightly or wrongly, I'm just saying, bro. This is just for criminal fraternity. This ain't for people to be like, because I'm reformed now. But I'm just being real. This is the only place here where people snitch, yeah, and nothing don't happen, fam. Where else is like that? Jamaica ain't like that.
Yeah, Jamaica ain't like that.
Italy's not like that. Colombia's not like that. Mexico's not like that. America's not like that. Nowhere's like that.
I'm not hearing the America, man. We got
my nigga,
running around. Got nothing ain't gonna
you
happen.
have, yeah, but let me show you something with these, man, yeah. Gunner and them, man, are superstars. It's harder to get them. Takashi's got crazy
security in there.
Yeah, they're in fantasy land, bro. This life, that's fantasy land. I'm talking about real life here. Americans put witnesses to bed so much, bro, that they've got laws over there where they give you a fake name and send you to the other side of the country, bro. That's because people was getting they brought that law out, yeah, in mafia days because nobody would snitch, bro. So they had to say to man, not only will you get off all your charges, but we'll start you again. Now, bro, in England, you ain't got to change your name, bro. You ain't even got to move. You get me, bro? I just don't. If you're a civilian and you're doing it safe, bro, like, but I just feel like if you're in this thing, and just have some honor in it, because that's why they laugh at us, you know, serious. The way we come up here, when I was a shorty, the way we grow up, when you come up north and you meet these, man, and they laugh at man, they just see man as mindless gangbangers, bro, and it's because of shit like that. Because man, I do all this and act like they're really with it, and then you're going to snitch on your friend and that, bro. It's like, we look bad.
Alright, what do you feel about the guys that are like, doing the fake thing. And what I mean by the fake thing is like it's not. Yeah, bro. Here's an example.
Yeah.
There's an artist. There's an artist who basically was doing his thing in a different lane, and then he came into a drill lane and created a persona.
I know exactly who you're on about. Someone else asked me this like in private.
Yeah. So he created a whole persona of like this mad driller and now obviously he's getting views and whatever. He's got a mask on and he's getting views as this driller, but he's a super good youth in real life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you feel about that and things like that?
Personally, I'd never do that because I feel like artistry is a reflection of either yourself or if you're telling someone else's story, like when I talk about lifers or murderers, then I'm telling their story from being around them and knowing that I could have been them and what I'd do. I feel like that fabrication thing is a joke thing, fam. And if you're doing it just for business, then you better go to your local trench and fucking pay somebody, bro. Give somebody a percentage of that shit, fam, because man are doing big. What do you think this is? I don't know what man feel. I don't know, bro, but it depends, bro, because rock people change their whole personas and that, but hip hop, bro, rap, especially UK shit, what I'd say, like
I feel like rap's built off the authenticity of the person. Like
yeah, man.
Like rap is meant to be your real life. You see in R&B and them man there. In R&B you've got writers and they come and make a whole song for you and you just and that. You see in rap, I believe like this is meant to come from your heart, fam. So if this is a made up thing, it's obviously not from the heart, bro. So I don't really respect it personally. That's one.
Yeah.
Number two, I feel like if you're gonna make a persona and become some brand new person, why not be a good youth, bro? Why not be a property investor persona? Why not have bare other personas of like positive things, bro? Why would you choose to have a drill persona?
Because gangster shit sells, bro. Everybody wants to be gangster, but these men are just doing it late, and now you're more open to be. All right then. When I used to rap cap, I put it in quotes because it's like man's young and so man's just rapping. You'll get 30-year-old youths now that are chatting shit, but their heart's in the right place, and it's not like they're not trying to deceive no one. It's in their heart, bro. They're just saying. When I was like that, things actively happened to me, and man actively said to me, "You can't be doing bullshit, bro, and be around here, bro." So now it's acceptable, man. They're accepting bare shit. So why is he not gonna do it? Nothing's gonna happen before. A man would have got him in a headlock and been like, "All right, then you can talk all this shit, but the man them have to get their piece as well."
100.
But then it still gets fucked up because look what happened to Takeshi 69. I seen an interview with Takeshi 69 when he was with the Savages, where is it DJ Envy says to Shotty, "Boy, Shotty, I know you from the road, man. I know you're a real youth, man." Like, he don't want to disrespect Takashi, but he's like, "You let my man talk records, bro, and you're a real nigga." And Shotty was like, "Boy, can say what he wants. It's with man." Because he's getting the bag, but look what happened. So it's like, you've got to be careful, bro. I don't know, like, all that persona shit. I wouldn't have an artist with me or do a tune with him or manage him, and he was doing that.
Yeah, but it's big dough, fam. Alright, watch this now. Remember, he ain't snitched it, Hear me? My man, he's not like that, but he's got the gas behind him right now. And all he needs is some real man behind him, to give the gas that he's talking to make it look authentic, bro. So basically, so watch this. So if a man says to you, now, hear what? I got 100 bags a month. I'm clearing $1 million a month. I got 100 bags a month for you to be mandem for me, bro. And let me chat my shit. You get me? You lot's real guys in that. I'm not really like that, but I got 100 quid a month for you, man, to just be with, man. Are you doing it or not?
I don't want no one to be like, remember, my thing's different, but I've done a lot of years, but the things that I see as being relevant, bro, and important to me are different to certain man. So I know certain man, I'm like, yo, of course he'll do it all. But nah, bro, these things about legacy, bro. All man's got left is who man is, and that's why it's so beautiful that people still listen to man now, and I'm giving them my pain, yeah. More than when I was just talking gas about how much man I licked down or whatever bullshit, bro, yeah. Because it's you, bro, and people fuck with you, brother. I can't have my good name when I'm trying to. Everyone supporting me through this, and now I'm gonna push some idiot. And when I've been in the cell with man that got 38s and that. And we've had conversations that are like, all these fake youths, man, chatting man's life, and they're not even looking after their jail niggas. Big up my man, but I couldn't be with that. What he could pay me for is protection, though. That security, I feel like, yeah, but to be with you and that, and be like making tunes and that's a bit different.
Yeah, but
because that means I'm standing on what you're.
I hear that, but I reckon you being security for my man, you gotta stand on that anyway, bro. Because man are gonna come around trying to diss my man, and that's technically you. So if my man says, yo,
Nah.
hear me. If man says, yo, FUTRS, all them man there, because my man's repping it. Now he said FU.
No, wait. I never said he could rep UT. I said we'd be paid security, like right security on our tops, bro. Do you get me?
So what percentage of people would you say kept it real?
I don't want to say man never kept it real because life goes on, G. But what's kept it real? Kept in touch.
Yeah, kept in touch.
Nobody, bro. If apart from the UT, if I never was patterning, I would have chat to nobody, bro.
Okay.
Apart from mum, sisters, brother, couple cousins, and the man them.
So do you feel?
And that, when I say the man them, that's Blake's, Big Blake's, Tulagi, Looney, and G-Bo. They're and most of them are still in jail. There's only 2 of them that are out.
So do you feel forgotten?
I felt like that before because I feel like everyone in jail does, and when you're doing a big purge, you can't help but feel forgotten. But it's selfish to feel like that because I'm privileged, bro. I got bare fans and supporters, bro, that actually support my thing and show me that I'm not forgotten. Like people go out their way to message me and go, "You're not forgotten, K." Like they don't even know. I could be feeling, I'm gonna be too old, and then I just get a message off a random geezer saying, I hope you don't feel like you're too old, because da-da-da-da-da-da. So I'm lucky, bro, yeah. But yeah, people feel forgotten, and I've felt forgotten before, bro, 1,000,000%. But can you blame people, bro? Like, when I've had awkward little situations, bro, where Christmas just gone, I'm on a purple visit or whatever with man's people. Everyone's in the yard Christmas, mom, even my dad's there, brother, his kids, sister, her kids. And they're passing around the phone, passing it around, bro. And I ended up just cutting, bro. I was like, yo, 1 second, give me 5 minutes. And I just cut, bro. And it was the maddest feeling ever, bro.
Why did you
that
cut?
Was a feeling of, huh?
Why did you cut?
Because I just felt like I got no place here, bro, right now. There's kids here, yeah, that love me, bro. It makes me feel guilty because they still love man, they still visit man now. They're coming up to 17s and that now. That when I left, they were literal babies, yeah. So they don't even know Christmas with me. They can't remember that because even before this sentence, I've been going to jail. Do you get me? So it just didn't feel like a place for me there. My place felt like it was at that moment. My place is to be just on the wing and just trying to make the best of this day. You get me? So it's in terms of that, it's mad. Man feel forgotten in them ways, but I don't blame nobody in that house because it's my doing. But they've had to go on and act not act like I'm relevant because I'm relevant, but overdo it and pass around the phone. And I see my niece, she's 16, brother, but she'll light up her face when she sees me. More for me, bro. She can't be asked, bro. Do you get me, bro? But it's real love, but at the same time, it's like I'd rather just see them on visit sometimes, still.
Yeah. Let's get music with it, yeah. What's your top 3 KB freestyle? What's the top?
Including the jail ones.
Nah.
All right, then. P11,
What, Scene Smasher?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because that bar was just, I've explained it before and other shit, but that bar was just, I knew what he was going to do. I'd spat it.
Shot back, made a $250,000 stack. Yo!
Not even that one. Not even that one. I'd say that's second, bro.
So which one are you talking about, man?
I'm talking about Big 4, Big 5 and the double bang. That one.
Bags ain't fitting in no rubber bands. That's not the same friggin'.
Nah.
So what one did I
It
say?
feels like it is. You spat the fucking I'm a major player, got the razor day out, we bring stars to the world, no Princess Leia.
Yeah. I hear that.
Yeah, like
I'm ramping. That's my favourite one, the one that you said.
Yeah. And everything about that vid was iconic, like it was meant, bro. I'm telling you, we've got paths here, and I've seen it, bro. I know what, like, when the man then picked me up from jail, I spat that bar all the way back. Man was like, go again. Link Safwan that night, spat it to him. He was like, I'm like grind black. He's like, nah, P1 was the new one. Tomorrow, just make sure you're ready. Bam. The next day, I got out the day before that, you know. Got out the day before, splashed it, and then the best bit. This is why you can't play down what situations you've had with man, because no matter what, it's etched in history, and it's your history and theirs, whether they like it or whether you like it. Safwan was the one who said.
But you and Safwan's things kind of. There was a point where that was like cemented together. Like, I know what I mean.
Yeah, that was my brethren, bro. We was brethren on a different thing.
Musically though, I don't know about you lot's relationship, but I'm saying musically.
Yeah.
There was a point where, like, look at the flush thing. My man popped out at the end. Then the P11.
That was his yard, bro. That was his yard.
That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, cool. So wait, let me say my top freestyles. That one with that one that was just talking about the outside the car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flush roll.
That's. Yeah.
And then the you and Safwan thing. Oh, I'm on about the you and I was on about the street heat you and Saf. Isn't that the one I smacked? The one with you and Safwan. Yeah. They're my top 3. Flush roll, street heat, and scene smasher. That's my 3. What's your?
I can't pick, fam, because I like third side shutdown as well.
Hard.
The grind blog one, I like that one. I like closing in, fam. I don't know if you've heard that, but I like closing in. It's like a Painy more one, like. For what I'd say, the streets then, like, because I can't, they're like babies to me, so I can't pick, but say the Seed Smasher number 1, the Street Heat number 2, because the Street Heat is what bossed the man them in London. I hope everyone knows this.
Yeah, I hear that. I've heard London men talk about that Street Heat. I'll be honest. I've heard more London men talk about that than they talked about the one with Potter.
That one, yeah, is what made them say, rah, bro, man are going like that. That's what I think anyway, the Street Heat, bro, like. Because what's crazy for me, my nigga, yeah, is that man talk to London youths that are younger, and they've come up on man's shit as well. That's mind-blowing. In the Brum that I grew up on, where...
There was nothing outside of Brum back then?
Yeah, you get me, bro?
I agree, bro. That freestyle Potter Spaniard, though, I'll be honest, I've always wanted to say that. He span you on that one.
I didn't want to spit on that, yeah. I didn't want to really spit. It weren't really my beat, but he did still. He raw did. I always say that, yeah. I just forward if I've ever watched that, to be honest with you, I always forward my beat. I don't really like it. He didn't go with that. But my man went differently hard on that.
Alright, cool. Something that people don't know, I don't know if you can talk about this. Can you talk about what you actually went jail for? Bare man don't have a clue, fam. I'm a man that don't have a clue, bro. I think
for the original thing.
yeah, like both. Like the reason you're in jail now?
The reason I'm in jail now is all along, bro. But basically, bro, it's just a stick, basically.
And
And the one before was a robbery thing and a kidnap thing, you get me? Like, but, yeah, like, man was out there wilding, fam, serious, like. To be honest, yeah, to be really honest with you, it was just another move or just another day. I didn't even really remember the thing until I got bagged. Like, if that makes sense. It probably don't make sense to people that are normal, but for the way man was living, like,
fast back then, it's just
I've done so much of them. Like, for all the moves that I've done have been successful. I've done 20 that have been not only unsuccessful, ones that man have landed there and it's just haven't ended. All kind of shit, bro. That was just another one that man had forgot because nothing came of it. And then man got back, bro, and then man's been gone ever since. This is what I'm saying to you, bro. When you're out there living a certain way. But I could have got bagged for anything at that time. They could have got me the day before and I could have got bagged with a hammer on me. Like, or could have got bagged for another move or whatever, man. I was just lost, man. I was lost them times, bro. And I kind of was, on the new case, it's kind of like a mad, like, it's a miscarriage still for the guys still, for the man them still, but it's all long because they're never going to say that because they just label you now, like, you gang, like, UT, you this, you that, you but you can't get away from that. But this is the life we chose, though, anymore. So we have to prove to them that we deserve a chance. And I understand that now. I used to feel like the world owed me. A lot of men do when they go juvenile or wild. You feel like the world owes me, but I want everything back now. That 2 years I just missed, I want it all back now, yeah. But you learn in time with wisdom and age that like the world don't owe you. You just owe yourself. So people ain't gonna look at me and think, yeah, KB's gonna come out and do well. They're gonna think KB's a jail, you man institutionalized, whatever they're gonna say. But that's fair, that's their opinion, bro. So man's just gotta come out. And the worst thing about cases and that is the news and just lying and lies, and you can't combat it because this is another thing that I think is fake, bro. With this road thing and how the internet is, and man will be quick to laugh at man and act like they don't know the news lie. People act like the news will say something, and people act like, yeah, this. Like, and it affects people because I've had like my sister holler me and say, oh, da. And I'm just like, let them talk, and we know what it is. Like, that's the hardest thing when people just say bullshit. I've heard all kinds of shit, brother, all kinds of shit, yeah. People try to play man down, ops, all kind of shit, when I know it's one way, but it's like, it's not easy to be real, bro. And one of the things when you're real, you just shut up when trolls are talking shit, bro. I ain't gonna get on the net talking shit, bro. I've never done it, bro. I don't think I have, and if I have, I apologize because that's some goofy shit, bro.
Don't you see how some people can get wound up to the point where they want to bring it to the net, though? Like,
yeah,
bare men are talking on the net, and you can clear it up. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you want to clear it up certain times?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. And wallahi, brother, there's epic things I could say to you that will get 1,000,000 views about man and my opinion, or things that I think would get me clout, because that's what people do. What can I say that's gonna make people say, yeah, man, I'm gonna like that? I could say shit like that, bro. But I ain't gonna do it, bro. Go to the grave with certain shit, because that's just what it is, bro. So no matter how fake I might think a you is, and I could prove it, I wouldn't do that, bro. Because, well, one time he loved man in it, bro. I say a bar, bro. It's one of the realest bars. I wasn't lying. Blake's his favorite bars are, yeah. Man's like, yo, my nigga fuck my bitch. I guess that's what I get for trusting. My other nigga made $1 million, still ain't sent me nothing. My other nigga snitched in court, but gang, we could have bossed it. But fuck it, it only hurts you more because you love them. And that's all it is, bro. Because man love these youths, bro. It hurts man more, but because man loved you, bro, man's gonna deal with you different, fam. You get it? Because man's better. That's all it is.
Alright, cool. What was I gonna say? So the big question that all your fans want to know, yeah, is when are you coming out, bro? Man said bare talk. It clearly sounds like you're at the end. Cause you're talking about, yeah, when I'm out, I'm boom boom. You get what I'm saying? We know it's not too late and all that, so it must be coming soon. When's it coming, bro? When are you out?
You know what it is? You know what I say to everybody, bro? It's soon, but it's not soon enough. And that's the really shit I could say, because what's soon to me ain't gonna be soon to them. And you know what? The biggest thing about keeping the date from people, yeah, it's not no bougie thing or nothing. Because who cares, bro? Like everyone's life's going on anyway. But I don't want no one else's opinion on how long I've got left to affect me, my nigga. So say I tell you now, you go, blood, that's a little long. Or you say, yo, that's soon. Either way, my plan is here and I can't let nothing. That's why I don't read comments, my nigga. I'm old enough to know if I read a comment, it's going to make me feel a certain way, so I don't read them. Not even good ones. Not even good ones. I don't prey on them and think, yeah, I'm the best that ever lived. I don't do that,
bro.
bro.
What you say? Because it could affect your mental state. I hear that still, Carl. Bro, man, go through
It does affect it.
Oh, okay, alright, fair enough. But you gotta be strong.
I've seen it happen to man.
Nah,
I've seen it happen to certain man.
Let me explain why. Because you see, when you get out here, there's gonna be bare man chatting that you're gonna see. Like when I say bare man chatting, I mean like, alright, cool. One man's gonna say something in an interview you don't like, so there's gonna be an interview. Oh yeah, KB's just come out. What do you reckon? Man's gonna say, oh, my man's shit. I don't gonna rate my man's thing. You're gonna hear
that's
it.
calm though.
So you should read the comments then, fam. Because that's what.
Wait. Somebody on an interview, their opinion is relevant. Some random here that's not coming with support for me. If someone comes with a comment like, yo, okay, your last album weren't as hard as Highest That Never Blew, and I think it's because mate, I think you should focus more on do. If there was like that, I'd worth reading them, but all this, them man did this and the info. I can't be arsed with that. I'm not arsed, bro. I already spat the bar in the trenches to the savages. Everyone's feeling it. I go off, bro. I'll be real with you, bro. When I do an Insta freestyle, this is what I go off. And any man can vouch for me. Mons can vouch for me. Any of these, man. Not one of them, man. That'd be like, yo. I always do it on a time where I won't have access to nothing. And I got no credit on the prison phone to find out what it's doing. And I just go back the next day. And if it blew up, then yo, was it success? And if it didn't matter anyway, because it was hard. And someone might hear it another time, bro. The bigger it gets, I might have a grid man. I'm like, yo, it's going mad. I'm gassed, but you just gotta stay grounded, bro. Because what does it really matter, bro? It don't really matter, bro. But when you start feeling like it does, bro, I feel like that's when you can get like Kanye West. Start feeling like everybody cares what I've got to say. Everybody, like, bro, it's not that serious, bro. Like, some things ain't that serious if a man thinks I'm hard or Stardom thinks he's harder than you. Who cares, bro? Especially if he's not saying it. I don't want to read some fucking random saying, yeah, I don't care, bro. Like, thank you if you think I'm harder. And if you think he's harder, then, yo, that's a part of the game, bro. If you're Mo Salah, bro, if you love the support, but you can't worry about what every one of them's got to say, bro. And if you start listening to all of it, he's not banging as many goals as he does. He can't, because he's worried about what the random said at the gate on the way out. Nah, I can't get hooked into that. I've seen it make man move weird, bro. Mom's life, I've seen it make real niggas move weird. Real niggas as well.
Alright, question. This is from me personally. I want to know this here. What does UTRS mean? What does third side mean? And what's the difference, bro?
The difference is, bro, third side is like more a movement. When we started third side, it was more men. It wasn't they're just supposed to be the man. Then when it first started, it was meant to be anybody that was about it that wasn't from your typical two sides of Brum. That was the visionary for it.
That's what the third side. So there's one side
Yeah.
we all know. There's another side we all know. But this is the third side that people don't speak about as much as them two.
Yeah.
I got that.
That was the visionary of it, because me and Blake's in jail used to talk about this. What I mean, they think man's in jail knuckleheads. Like, we was young niggas in jail talking about, like, yo, the movement and what it could be. And because we felt like, and this ain't saying we was, but we felt like we were the third side. We felt like, yo, the man them as well, bro. The man them have to mention, man, with them, man. Whether that's right or wrong, that's how man felt, innit, bro? And we felt like there was bare other areas. And this is what I mean, yeah? Man saw bare things coming. How Brum is now, with the sets, and there's so many sets now. And you see ends like South, big up the South niggas, that weren't the typical areas you would have thought about like them. It's like now, man from anywhere will just be like, we're doing our thing and we're repping here. A lot of man used to cling on to the closest area to them.
I agree still, I agree. You know, these again, I got a list for you now. Watch this. Boom. Man's from Birmingham, so I don't even know if man's tasted this. Yard food or Af food?
Bro, I've never tasted African food.
Bro, I told you, bro, this is Birmingham, bro. Man are just yardies, bro. We don't know nothing about no Af food, fam. Shout out to the Afs and that, like, I don't need to stop calling them Afs, bro. Shout out to, obviously, African.
I started fucking with Africans and realizing that, like, there was something other than what we know in jail. That was the first place I ever seen London man Africans riding on the man them. And I'm thinking, this is backwards. That's wrong. I remember thinking that.
I remember thinking, like, yo, like, you man weren't around in school and that. Where was you? But they're probably just hiding behind.
Yeah, it was a different time, man.
You get me? South Jones and that.
Nice peak.
Alright, cool. Watch this. K-Trap or Heady One?
K-Trap. Like both of them, though.
Steph London or Maya Jama?
Maya Jama.
Alright. Snoochie Shy or ZZ Mills?
Snoochie. Snoochie's proper. She's a real one. She spins man thing like she's real, bro. She blew man up differently.
Alright, cool. I'm trying to work out if you know some of these people. You know who Laurie Harvey is?
Nah.
Alright, you know who Jay?
What is she?
Nah, forget her. Not important. Cool. You know Jada Wader?
Nah, bro.
Forget these guys. Tiana Taylor.
Yeah, I know Tiana Taylor. What tune is she on again?
I can't remember, blood. She's all hench. She got 6-pack in that, man.
She in that Kanye West video?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And she got that tune with Dirk as well?
Yes, that's her.
Yeah, she's good.
Like her or you know Summer Walker.
Yeah, she's good as well. Black things, but probably Summer Walker, you know. The other one's strong though. I'm thinking about that video with Dirk. She's mad though. You see what I was saying about like Slim then?
Yeah.
Even though she's mad, bro. Like she's mad. I don't know. Yeah, that one. I'm thinking about that video. She's crazy.
Alright, cool. You know who Lotto is?
Yeah, that fucking. What colour is she?
Light skin, super light skin.
Yeah.
You know who Ice Spice is?
Yeah.
Which one out of them two?
Probably that low thing. Neither of them's my type of thing, though.
Alright, what's your type then for the girl that want to get? Oh wait, I don't know if you're in a relationship. I don't know.
Nah.
Alright, cool. For the girl them, okay.
Can't be in a relationship, Joe.
I hear that. Alright, watch this. Yo, KB's out soon. Can't say when, but it's out soon. What type of gallon do you like for the gallon that want what's it when they
Bro, right. That's just like a mad, like. Looks wise.
Yeah. Looks wise.
Just, bro. Pretty face, blood. Everything else we can move with, like. I'm more breast man, yeah. But I don't care, though. As long as the face is. Like, for this for my girl. Is this for who I'd want to be my girl or just.
Yeah, as long as their face is something that I like, that I think's beautiful, then I can run with it.
Alright, cool. I got a deeper one and an A or B. Yeah.
Go on.
Bringing back one person from the dead, or free all the guys, everyone,
Everyone though.
lifers, everyone.
Anyone I choose or
Like I know
the
what I'm saying.
whole
Alright,
jail
cool.
system.
Nah, hear me. Not the whole jail system. We don't want to rape issues out. Hear me? Boom.
Yeah.
Alright, you get to bring back one person, or you get to free 10 of the guys. 10.
Lifers.
Like, not even necessarily life, it's just 10 of the guys. Because if a man's got 2 months yet left, leave him in there, because he'll be out soon. You smell me?
Brother, you know what it is, yeah? It is no disrespect to people that have lost people. We've all lost people, yeah? But I'm free, man. If you're dead, your time's done anyway. And you know what it is, yeah? Your problems are done, man. Man's got to think about the living first, definitely. But, like, I know certain people have got different grievances, so you get me? But I just feel like if they're gone to a better place, innit?
Under Armour trackie or night tick, jailhouse tick.
Bro, jail, Under Armour thing still, million.
Is that what's
On the road, I'd be doing the night thing, though.
Okay. Alright, let's say so. You said that you can't have a relationship in jail. Do you reckon you can't have a relationship with the amount of time that you had? Or
Nah, I was bantering.
okay, so you reckon you can have a relationship in jail? Don't you reckon that's asking for heartbreak?
People do. It is asking for heartbreak, but my nigga, it's life. We're human, brother. Like, a man needs a woman in it, bro. So, regardless if you're locked up, you still want that. And regardless if you're locked up, if she loves you, and that doesn't mean. Remember, the core of it is you two want each other. There's bare barriers, bro. So she might love you and still be getting beat, bro.
You reckon that's
Because
possible?
life's what?
You reckon that a girl can be? Are you still holding it down? Do you reckon a girl can hold it down for a man, be there for him financially, emotionally, everything, yeah, and then taking everything on the side, and it still counts?
I've asked man this question, yeah. Bare man in the trenches. Now, let me be real with you. Logically, a man should really be happy with that.
Yeah, realistically, yeah.
But realistically, he's got to be happy with that. Financially, he said, she's coming on visits. She plans everything she's supposed to do. You lotion with her all night on the phone. She deals with your moods. Brother, brother, once you know that man are tanning it, bro, all that goes out the window, bro. Like, for some man can probably hold it, but other man, it's just like, a bitch has gotta be real, man. She's gotta be on point, bro. She's gotta be moving. That's how I think. Like, I think of it like on a smart thing. Like, if you're smart and you love this geezer, he loves you. He can't be together because feel like don't be fucking his brethren and his ops and man that he's gonna go to fucking Bristol or wherever you're not from.
I hear that. So they can take a little side dick on the side as long as they're not.
I'm not saying they can take side shit. I'm just saying life's real. So how out of the man them that got girl in this day and age, how much of them? Remember, some girl have slipped up. They're not doing it regular. A girl could be with a man. He's got 10 yet. She slipped up once, but she ain't done nothing again, and she learned from that. What happens then? Or and this happens a lot, bro. A man gets with a thing in here that he's linked because now the internet's changed everything. Like I said, everything's changed in jail. So now you've got a thing you've bonded with jail. You used to whatever. Remember, jail's a different thing. It's intense. On the road, man are stretching, girl out and bouncing. Girl are feeling the same. I'm just gonna get dick off my man and I'm gone. When you're in here, blood, you can't give this girl no dick, so it's all pre-longed. You've got to get to know the girl. You have to. You get it? So the ones that you're talking to a thing for 6 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. Brother, yeah, you're in for heartbreak, blood. But this is what's happening, bro. Like people, just everyone's human in it, bro. So I don't blame the gal, and I don't blame the geezers for getting in it, bro. But what I always say to my niggas, yeah, if it keeps you saying arguing with this girl every day and worrying about who she's beating, then just fuck it, do it. Because some man, that's how it gets them through. But just think about yourself first, bro, because she's out there, bro.
Alright, cool. So, one of my last questions is, what would be your advice to the youths, bro? Or to a younger KB, whichever one. Like, what's your message to the kids then?
Just stay real, man, to yourself and to the person that's next to you, man. That's the most important thing, the person that's next to you. You know what I want to end with? That you asked that mad question, yeah? There's like a story I always think about it, bro. Like, there's a mafia geezer called Carlo Gambino, yeah? He's just like some top G, like, well, I don't know, one of them Godfather geezers. So he's in like a little bar and he sees one of his like little henchmen. So he don't know him too tough, but all these men work for him. You get me? Know the mafia thing set, yeah. So he sees my man with some random thing in the same place where he's sitting before with his wife, yeah. So he calls my man. So someone goes over to him and says, "Oh, Carlo wants to talk to you." My man's gassed, you know. He's never spoke to the boss before. He's thinking, "Bro, my man knows my name." He's gone over there. Mike Carlo goes to him, "Do you love me?" He goes, "Yeah, I love you. I'd die for you." He's going, "Do you love your wife?" He goes, "Yeah." Then he looks at the mistress and goes, "Well, I hope you don't love me like you love your wife." And for those that don't get what I'm saying by that is, just keep it real to the people that are next to you, bros. In whatever way you can, whatever your real is. You don't have to kill nobody for them. But you just keep it real for your mom, your sisters, the people that your brethren, whoever's real to you, stay real to them because that's all that matters. When you're gone, they're the ones that are gonna say, "I love my man because this, that, and all that." That's it, bro. And if you do that, I can't see how you can go wrong, bro. It's when the selfishness comes in and all the rest of it, bro. I feel like if you just stay real to yourself, yeah, and stay real to the people that you say like you're real to, then you can't go wrong, bro. So I'm not gonna say to them, don't do what you're doing. Do what you're doing, bro, because you're gonna do it anyway. Just like I was gonna do it anyway. But just be smart and learn and listen to your gut. When your gut says to you this ain't right, just listen to it, bro. Because Pierre and man, I just lost everything because they didn't listen to it, G, and because they wanted to do something that they knew weren't right. Because there's a right and a wrong, you know. That's it, bro. I don't see like people paint us as robbers and say that we're wrong, but I don't see us as wrong. I think there is wrong. I think nonces are wrong. Judges that let nonces off, they're wrong. But I'm doing all these years, so just stay right to what you believe in. That's it. That's it, man. So.
What? Cheeky one, man can't get a little freestyle, man can't get a little bars or something. What?
Bro, you know.
I didn't mention this one. If you don't want to do it, it's calm it, but bro, there's no way I could have you on there. Not ask, bro.
I'm trying to think about it. I've got wrong. That's not gonna get heard by the time this thing lands. Yeah, I got certain still. Yo. Ask little Blakes to tell you that I've been mad. Big whack, need a coat like I'm Big Shaq. Dumping on man, had him doing zigzags. I almost died from the karma where the niggas slid back. I done a decade for my niggas, I don't know how to feel. Cause I wish that I was home, but I had to stay real. I only listen to myself cause I know that I'm real. I hear Civil War 3 and it still give me chills. It remind me about the times that we shot the ends with a double barrel dots or 9 topped with lead. Are you fucking with that you if he's helping the feds? You want revenge? What am I supposed to shoot myself in the leg? We was young, we was like slags, all we wanted was head. He was crying like a baby, should have put him to bed. That was my only regret. How you out here talking rough and you ain't trying to step about you ain't trying to rep? Just a quick one for them, bro, man. Trust me.
Get me, yo. That's another episode of Conversation with RiskTaker. We got the legend KB's out real soon. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yo, 3 little Blakes, 3 Looney, three big Blakes, 3 fucking all the savages that man are with, all of them, bro. Yeah, 2 legit G-Ro, you know what it is, man. Man are gonna come out and just go wild on their mom's life. The man them are out even sooner than me, so that's when it's all gonna start, man. Man are gonna see.
Big things to come
Uh-huh.
in this music thing. You get me? We've even got a song, bro. Shout out everyone. Conversation with RiskTaker. We're back now. You get me? We're ready to hit them over the head and show them who's the real platform. You feel what I'm saying? That's asking the real questions and that. Alright then, yo. Blessings, we're out.